I have a question about trusts. I know pretty much how Dan felt about it, but I have a family member who is about to inherit some money, and they believe that they need to put it in a trust. So I'm kind of curious about how you decide whether you need a trust or not.
Gosh, that's a very, very broad question, but it's a teachable moment here. Now, there are all kinds of trust and reasons that you would use trust. If you have some special needs or you want to restrict how the money might be used or passed along in the future, that would be a good reason to set up some kind of trust. Now, the foundational thing that you need to know here are there are different kinds of assets and they are passed different ways. So you have probate assets and non-probate assets. Now, creating a trust, of course, is a perpetual entity and it avoids probate altogether. So if you create a trust, you have to put all of your assets in the trust, and then those assets are passed according to whoever is listed as the beneficiaries of the trust. If you don't have a trust, let's say that you just want to use a will to pass your assets along, then you have to know who has jurisdiction or what legal document has jurisdiction over your assets. Now, you have some non-probate assets out there and that's any account that passes with a beneficiary designation. So that includes 401k plans, IRA plans, all three types: inherited IRAs, traditional IRAs, and Roth IRAs. All of those are non-probate assets. So if you have a will, your will doesn't control those assets. It goes by the beneficiary designation you have listed. So if you have no one listed, then it defaults to your state, and then of course it would be controlled and divvied up according to what it says in your will. If you have your estate specifically listed, then of course it's going to go by your will, but then you're going to get into losing some benefits that those beneficiaries might have in being able to spread out those assets. A trust will also, give you some protection over, could possibly, and you want to check with the laws in your state, give you some protection over creditors and lawsuits. If you establish a trust in that way. So it really just depends on what your purpose and reasoning behind creating a trust is.